What's up, everyone? So some really big breaking news is actually happening at this very moment. The New Orleans Saints actually made a move today in which they claimed Janoris Jenkins off of the waiver wire, and he is now a New Orleans Saint. Well, not officially. Janoris Jenkins will be officially a New Orleans Saint after today. Tomorrow is when he is official. Because we play tonight, it is void until tomorrow. So this is actually a really interesting sign. It's another cornerback that the New Orleans Saints have been needing. The secondary has been off and on. There have been players that just haven't fully molded, and Eli Apple has had an amazing season in total so far, but the last couple of weeks have been suspect to say the least. PJ Williams is PJ Williams. I do not like PJ Williams. He doesn't have the oomph that I need. He's good in the slot, but nowhere else. The thing that the New Orleans Saints are lacking in the secondary as far as the corner department go is a leader, a veteran leader. Janoris Jenkins is 31, has plenty of NFL play time under his belt, so I think this helps the New Orleans Saints in more ways than just a plug-and-play improvement. Now, first, before I talk about this, I want to let you, tell me what you think about the Janoris Jenkins signing. I'll let you go ahead and know about a couple of contract details and some things we need to look out for as far as the signing goes, because it's actually very interesting. I feel like this is one of the signings, kind of like the Eli Apple trade last year, that'll just go under the radar to most people and actually make a pretty big impact. It's giving me literal, flashbacks to when we traded to Eli Apple, the video I posted a year ago. I did a video for that too, right after school. It's a very similar situation in more than one way for me, but Janoris Jenkins, the New Orleans Saints, pick him up off the waiver wire. So first, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys in on a little bit of contract information, because I know some of you contract heads love to know what the New Orleans Saints will be shelling out for their players. Now, according to Adam Schefter, the New Orleans Saints owe Janoris Jenkins 2 weeks of salary at $597,000 per week. Just under $1.2 million for the remainder of the season, which is a pretty decent sum of money. After this, a 2020 contract year is scheduled to pay him up to $11.25 million. So he's not the cheapest of corners in the league, but I think Janoris Jenkins can actually give us a very, very formidable asset to this team. Let's go ahead and dive into some Pro Football Focus stats and look at just how good Janoris Jenkins has played this season. So Janoris Jenkins has 45 tackles, solo tackles anyway, 32nd in the league. Now, Janoris Jenkins' strong suit is not his tackling ability. He has never been a fantastic tackler. It's just not him. He's just not one of those corners. He's more of a coverage corner and not someone that's going to pop you or lay you out. And that's what the Saints have needed. They've needed a coverage corner, and I think 32nd in the league in solo tackles, it's not terrible, but it really shows his struggle with tackling, and the tackling ability you guys seen last week was not up to par with what it should be, but that's something the safeties need to handle. 45 solo tackles, 32nd in the league, that is not bad. Janoris Jenkins has also notched 4 interceptions on the year already, including a 2-interception game. That's tied 4th in the league. He's had a good eye on the ball. He's been making those plays where Eli Apple just doesn't. When the ball is coming straight towards him, and instead of turning around and picking it off, he just goes down with him and pass interferes. That is something that is different, and that comes with being a veteran. Janoris Jenkins being 31 and Eli Apple being 24. That's what you get with that. Janoris Jenkins has had 71 targets come his way, which is tied 20th in the league. But 71 targets, he's only allowed 38 receptions, which is actually very good. If we go look at Marshon Lattimore's Pro Football Focus stats, of course, I don't like always comparing our new additions to Marshon Lattimore, but he's our best corner. So why is that not a fair thing to do? When you go look at Marshon Lattimore, like I said, Janoris Jenkins, 71 targets, 38 receptions allowed. When you look at Marshon Lattimore, 65 targets, 31 receptions allowed. When you look at Janoris, 45 tackles. Marshon, 48 tackles. They're two very similar statistics-based corners, but they're obviously Marshon Lattimore's better. It's just it's a mixed bag here with what we get with Janoris Jenkins. Is he going to be 2016 Janoris Jenkins, where he was a lockdown corner, had everybody's respect, people feared him when he stepped on the field, or is he going to be soft, good but not great 2019 Janoris Jenkins? I think whatever he is, he's an improvement and someone that could really come in and make an impact with a 64.4 Pro Football Focus grade, which is 6 below Marshawn Lattimore's 70 Pro Football Focus grade. And just for the heck of it, let's go look at Eli Apple. So Janoris had a 64.4, Eli Apple has a 63.5. So I think Janoris Jenkins can make a good, he'll have some playing time somewhere. Look for Janoris Jenkins to get involved early, most likely. I think it's a good addition. Like, really. I'm not even going to try to beat around the bush. He hasn't been great. 54 receptions allowed, 785 yards allowed, which is 300 more than Marshawn Lattimore's 435. 14.5 yards per reception allowed. He has 8 pass breakups on the season. Marshawn has 9. He's allowed 6 touchdowns. Janoris Jenkins isn't that corner that he used to be, but I'm telling you right now, he is formidable. So let me know what you guys think down below. Janoris Jenkins is only not part of the New York Giants organization. He's been acting up for the past year. I don't know if that's simply because he just does not want to be a New York Giant, or he's really just that toxic of a person. The situation that got him cut was him calling a fan, trigger warning, and I'm going to put up the air finger so YouTube don't strike me. I'm not going to say it. The R word. I use it, but it's not meant to be like an extremely derogatory word. It's just like if you were to call somebody an idiot. It's that type of situation. I don't think that was enough to just go ahead and cut him entirely, but it is what it is. You shouldn't talk to fans like that, period. Regardless, Janoris Jenkins is going to be a New Orleans Saint soon. So like I said, leave your comment down below. Do you think this fixes any immediate need for the New Orleans Saints? Do you think adding Janoris Jenkins to the team adds any type of boost or any type of statistical increase or any type of coverage increase? What do you think his role is going to be in New Orleans? I genuinely think it's going to be a huge competition for him and Eli Apple for that number 2 spot. I don't think I don't know if Janoris Jenkins would fit well in the slot in the New Orleans Saints system. It's just a big ball of I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see what Dennis Allen does with a corner like this. A corner like Eli Apple, Marshawn Lattimore, P.J. Williams. It's a 4-way stretch now. You got 4 players that can actually earn starting spots on the field. It's just a question as to who earns them. Of course, like I said, this has no impact on the Indianapolis Colts game tonight. I hope you guys are all getting ready, getting that food cooked, getting that couch comfortable, and getting ready to watch this Monday Night Football game versus the Indianapolis Colts. Leave your predictions for that down below. But like I said, let me know. Janoris Jenkins, like I said, great in 2016. Hasn't been too much ever since, and I can't put a finger on it. Hoping he improves, because real talk, guys, the corners haven't really been too big of an issue. Yeah, they allow big plays here and there, but it's not like a constant thing. It's not looking like 2015, 2016 New Orleans Saints out here. You can tell that the corners have improved a lot, tremendously. Of course, we all know Eli Apple's had a bad couple of weeks. Ever since that Thanksgiving game, the pass interferences have been racking up. The safeties have been phenomenal most of the year. They've allowed a couple of big plays. They allowed big plays against Carolina. They allowed big plays against San Francisco. So is it really just the corner that's bothering us? Do we need to look into something else? What do you think the Saints' immediate need is? I think having 2 hurt starting linebackers is definitely a start. Hopefully when we get healthy, we can be that team that just goes out, punches a team in the mouth, and steps on their throat. So, yeah. I did not give a prediction on the Indianapolis Colts game because of the whole monitor situation. If you guys know, my monitor ended up breaking, and I know I'm rambling, but I'd like to get out what I think is going to happen. The New Orleans Saints go against the Indianapolis Colts on Monday Night Football. Drew Brees is currently 3 more touchdowns. He takes the lead in all-time passing touchdowns. He's currently 1 behind Tom Brady and 2 behind Peyton Manning. So, does that happen tonight? I believe it does. I believe he spreads the ball. He shows that he can spread the ball to anyone. Traquan Smith gets involved. Michael Thomas, Ted Ginn, Jared Cook. he has a lot of weapons. I think he spreads the ball a lot. I think he throws a couple of touchdowns. 3 is probably what I'm going to think he's going to throw. Maybe a pick. I think we're going to beat the Indianapolis Colts 31-17. Please, for the love of God, don't make me jinx this team again because I'm tired of it. That's just my mini preview for the New Orleans Saints versus Indianapolis Colts. I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Again, let me know your thoughts about Janoris Jenkins. Let me know your thoughts about the game. Let me know everything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Adios. Does this fix any problems? I don't know, but we'll find out. Peace out, everybody.